I'm going to start the meeting.
Hey, hi.
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 Hello, everyone, and welcome to the March September meeting. Yeah, we're in March already.
Yeah, that.
3 weeks into March. I'm watching the tick down to tax time. Yeah, make her. If anyone does not want to be recorded for the internet or live streamed on the internet, sign out now because we are live on the internet. And Dan, start us off. Take us through financials.
So the financials we're still looking very good and very stable. We've had a net gain of members this month, which is fantastic. We gained 3. There's one, we lost 1, but still, hey, a net gain of 2 is great. As the way our rent is structured, this is one of the quarters where the cost of our rent can adjust, and it did go up some. Not a terrible amount. We're still getting a great price on the rent for the place, so I don't foresee any significant issues with that in the short term. And other than that, basically, we're still sitting pretty stable. No significant changes from before. I guess actually, Lily, I'll just go on just to mention about the router, since that's kind of on me a bit too.
Yeah, I was going to keep going.
Yeah, so the one significant spend that we've had recently, other than a few of there's always a few things that have to get renewed at the start of every year, some of the licenses and things like that. But just recently, we spent a bit of money on parts for fixing the CNC router. The parts are supposedly on their way, but basically, anytime I'm trying to get further details on when they'll get here, the answer is something supply chain. So I'm not entirely sure when they'll be here, but I think it'll be within another week or 2. But I was kind of also thinking that about a week ago. So we'll see, but it's in progress.
Hooray! Then we have annual meeting coming up this Saturday at 3 p.m. We're going to do hybrid. It's on the calendar as virtual only, but we will be doing some hybrid. I will be here leading the meeting from FamiLAB, and we'll go over a little bit of the history of the organization, the last year in a little more detail financially, and then a glimpse into the future of the organization. So if you want to come out and join us, or if you want to join us virtually on Google Meet, the link is on the calendar, and it will be posted day of and probably tomorrow in the lead up.
If not more than that.
Yeah, if not more than that. And then I believe Dave Woods had something for us.
Oh.
Since it's in, we'll lead into the open discussion.
The inevitable is somewhat happening. Someone made me an offer that I can't refuse on the building, and so looking at retiring and all that other business, I figured that it's about time to do this. So we are under contract to sell the warehouse. The good news is that you guys have the longest lease in the building, and I think your current rent rate is a little over $6 a square foot, which is about $3 a square foot under market right now. So you're doing really well, and you'll be doing fine until the 2025, I guess, where that lease expires. And that is, of course, as long as you keep everything copacetic with the lease. One of the potential problems that you may have is the the enclosure for the microscope, the electron microscope. Because if you have a top on that, then it doesn't meet fire code. So you want to pay attention to that. So my guess is that the new landlords will probably be less understanding, but I've talked with them. They seem like pretty good guys, but their program is that they're essentially buying this building with other buildings and aggregating it and then selling it to rich people overseas. So it's just going to be a management company that's managing it. I hope to keep supporting you in other ways. Haven't quite exactly figured out how that is yet, but I love this space, and I'm glad to see that you've undone the mask thing and are starting to show up here again. So,
We're trying.
So I guess if anybody's got any questions, please ask them.
I'm just going to assume that supporting us in other ways means that at some point, if we need to move the meetings to Dave's house, he's good for it.
What? Oh,
If we need to move the meetings to your house.
I don't think she'd be very excited about that. Or actually, she would be very excited, but not necessarily in a good way. So that does bring up the question: is are we open to doing things like Inventors Council meetings here again, or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I'll bring that up with Inventors Council, because we're trying to go unvirtual again, but finding a space is difficult. I don't know why, but for some reason they think this is too small, but we've always seemed to fit in it just fine.
Yeah. Even when you outgrow it, you can find a different space.
Yeah.
They have a parking lot. I have a very important question. What's the first thing you're going to do when you retire? How long are you going to just sit at home for?
Oh, well,
Relax.
believe me, I have never had, the list is extremely long. I just don't know which one's going first. So, but it's going to take a year to deal with the whole transition. So I suppose, I don't know, as long as I got the floor, you recall I've been running around here shaking swim fins at people and things, but I actually have a contract with the military, and they're paying me to go to tooling for the fins now.
Nice.
Which is pretty exciting.
Congratulations.
So, and I made the last batch that I made at home on a CNC mill that I bought, and learned how to do it and make molds, and it was quite a process.
Nice. Does anybody have any other questions for Dave in regards to the building deal, or just want to say hi, or? All right, awesome. We will miss you when you are finally free of your burden. But
No, I hope to show up and
Yeah.
work on things.
not work on your projects, not the building.
Wouldn't that be fun?
And this is open discussion for anything else anyone wants to bring up. And show and tell, if you want to show off what you've been working on, please do.
I sure do.
Oh yeah, Steven, what you been working on?
I actually did something since the last meeting. Let's see. Let's engage the camera. On the camera. Haha. I don't think it's focusing. Yeah, there it is. All right. This is a 4-bit binary to decimal converter. You input the number here with these switches in binary. So up is 1 and down is 0. And being binary, each bit's a power of 2. So this one's worth 1. That one's worth 2. That one's worth 4. That one's worth 8.
Nice.
And this is done entirely without integrated circuits or transistors, or in this case, even relays. There's only the switches and the lights in the box.
And the magic smoke.
I was
And
gonna
the
ask
magic
for
smoke.
relay logic, but it's not even relay logic. Nice.
Yeah, so for those of you who are familiar with logical circuits, this is a multiplexer, where one signal is, well, actually, it's a demultiplexer. Multiplexer would have several inputs and then select from one of them to pass to the output. This does the reverse, as one input, which then splits off into 16 outputs.
Nice.
Also, it also works as a decimal to binary converter. If you wanted to, if you wanted know what a decimal number is in binary and you didn't know what it was, what you do is you just start flipping the switches, starting with the highest, the most significant bit, and if the number is too big, turn it off. Otherwise, leave it on and go to the next one. So, for instance, if we wanted to figure out what 5 is in binary, we'd turn on the first switch there, and we get 8. 8's bigger than 5, so turn it off. Turn on 4. 4 is not bigger than 5, so we leave it on. Go to the next one. That's 6. 6 is bigger than 5, so you turn it off. And 1. Yep, there it is. So 0, 1, 0, 1 is 5.
That's really cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Thank you. Have half a mind to make a big one for Maker Faire, but that's a lot of wires to do 8 bits.
So that one's only 4 bits, which makes it a nibble.
Yes. All right, that's all I got. Unless anybody has binary requests.
No.
I don't understand binary, so.
But I just told you it's powers of 2.
Can it do non-binary numbers?
Well, yes, that's these.
That's really
Mike, did you have something to show off? No?
I can't show it off.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Well, that's all I got.
If you're here, I can show you later.
Show off robot. Robot that I made.
A little bitty robot.
The wheels aren't attached yet.
Uh-oh, now they're all over the floor.
It's a defense mechanism.
Yep. Does anybody else have any show and tell? Blackheart's not here because it hurt himself.
Again, or the same hurt?
Same hurt.
I don't have anything to show, but I came up with an awesome idea tonight for my students. I've been trying to make a escape room in my classroom.
Escape the classroom.
So in order to try to teach some concepts, whatever, but they're still fully in love with Among Us. I'm like, I'm gonna do a whole Among Us situation in the classroom, and then I'll give out have some kids be the suspect numbers.
Nice.
And it's gonna be called Someone's Unmistakably Sus.
That is very Seuss. Very Seuss. All right, then we'll move on to upcoming events. This Saturday, as we said, is annual meeting. That is March 19th. This Saturday at 3 p.m. It will be hybrid, so we will be live streaming it, but we will also have limited seating here. Open Make Microcontrollers is going to be April 2nd at 3 p.m. That is an awesome open make that Brian has been organizing. Open house will be second Tuesday, April 12th at 8 p.m. Next board meeting will be the second Thursday, April 14th at 8 p.m. And the next member meeting will be April 19th, the third Tuesday at 8 p.m. So come join us for any of those events, particularly the open make. It's awesome having nice workshops on the calendar again.
And come to the annual meeting on Saturday.
And if anyone wants to get a event on the calendar or wants to put together a workshop, class, whatever you would like to see, hop in events and classes and ping the ops team and we can get it up on there for you. We have no new members to introduce this month, but we do have 3 people who completed the process. So congratulations to Mark Adams, Reed Manchester, and Sam Tillison. And welcome to FamiLAB. Unless anyone has any other business they would like added to the official agenda, that does it for our official meeting. Officially.
Okay.
So, thank you all for joining us. Oh, you guys just doing tech card. Thank you all for joining us and hope to see you Saturday at the annual meeting.